A Thai official has been killed, allegedly shot by a former lawmaker inside a government compound. It's the second fatal gun incident in days in the province of Nonthaburi, just outside capital Bangkok. Police have identified both victim and suspect, with injuries as well to the man who was driving the car for the victim. Today's shooting intensifying debate over gun control in Thailand. The Prime Minister pledging reform and stricter enforcement after Friday's incident, which saw a 14-year-old pull a gun on his grandparents and then shoot dead 6 people at his school before turning the gun on himself. Thailand has the highest estimated rate of civilian gun ownership in Southeast Asia. CNA's Saksith Saiyasombut joins us live from Bangkok with details on today's shooting. Saksith, what can you tell us about the incident today with the former lawmaker?
It was quite a brazen incident that happened today outside of the provincial government offices in Nonthaburi provinces on the outskirts of Bangkok. A former lawmaker, former MP called Chalong Riorang approached the current chief executive of the provincial administration organization, Thongchai Yempasert, in an apparent dispute over debt or unpaid debt. And that's when he pulled the gun on the elected officials and shot him. The elected official was then rushed to a hospital where he was later pronounced dead. The shooter himself then called into a live stream of a journalist confessing to the incident, where he was then later quickly apprehended by the police. But that then ensued was quite a bizarre media circus at the Nonthaburi police station. Mr. Chalong himself in the police station, uncuffed, smoking a cigarette inside, calmly telling the journalist again that the dispute was over unpaid debts between the two former political allies that had a fallout not too many years ago, despite their political ties going back over 3 decades. And he also claims that he shot in self-defense because the driver of Mr. Thongchai has pulled a gun on him, so leading to this incident. Nevertheless, the police are now currently exercising a search warrant in his private house, while Mr. Chalong himself is now being cuffed and is now under detention.
Saksith, we last spoke to you Friday last week about another shooting. That story that day was a 14-year-old student, a school shooting. So it's likely that today's incident very likely to further fuel debate on gun control in Thailand.
Now, there has been a lot of attention, especially also international attention, on this debate because of the quick succession of these two incidents on the opposite ends of the weekend. If this shooting today would have happened in isolated, there probably wouldn't have been as much attention. So it is, there might be a question mark whether or not this would fuel or accelerate the discourse over gun debate here. But nevertheless, Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul has definitely noted that this incident and has acknowledged that the incident, even though Mr. Chalong was a lawmaker for the ruling Bunjai Thai party many years ago. In the discourse itself, there has been no further update yet. There have only been hints whatsoever what could happen. Discussions between Thai officials in the government are still ongoing. For example, it is being mulled that there will be penalties for gun owners if their gun has been stolen and has been used in a shooting, if they have failed to notify the police of that. Also banning the use and the carrying of guns in public by civilians and off-duty public officials without any rhyme or reasons. On top of that, also the Education Ministry is expected to introduce suggestions about how to make schools safer. But both ministries, the Education Ministry and Prime Minister Anutin himself, rejecting the notion of, for example, air support style X-ray machines, or even arming the teachers themselves, both saying that there should be less guns in public, not more. It doesn't change the fact that Thailand still, as you mentioned, has a very high gun ownership rate. 10 million guns, according to statistics. 6 million legally registered, 4 million then on subsequently illegally registered. But that statistics that I just cited is almost a decade old. So there is a dire need for updated statistics and also an updated gun law. But as we have mentioned on Friday, and also as it has been mentioned before and after that many times, those laws, as strictly as they are written, they're only as good as they're being enforced.
CNA's Saksith Saiyasombut reporting live from Bangkok. This is, of course, the second shooting since late last week in Thailand's Nonthaburi province. Thanks for that, Saksith.